What's up, guys? Welcome back. First virtual episode of Let's Talk Sports. I'm Cole,
Yo,
and we're making this thing work little by little. As you can see, the setup's a little off, but this first go round, the audio might be a little off for Joe on his end. That's just because I can't get things to work where it's synced up for both of us. If you guys have any recommendations on the virtual podcast websites, I think there's like two or three that people use. But we'll just roll right into it.
yep.
Let's talk about week 18.
What, you
Uh,
want to jump? You
my
want to jump first in the wild card?
uh, let's talk about the games first, just because of our predictions. That's the main thing. We don't have to go into detail. All right.
Okay.
Steelers Ravens. We knew the Ravens had the 1 seed and bye, so they subbed people out. Steelers won. We both picked Steelers. Texans Colts. This ended up being the winner of the AFC South because the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Titans, but we'll get to that in a second. I picked the Texans. You picked the Colts. How do you feel?
Feel pretty stupid.
You've been with CJ Stroud all season long, man.
I mean, dude. I mean, it's just the thing is, dude. I really didn't think the Colts were gonna fall short with that much pressure holding on.
Well, I
But
mean,
then I
CJ
should have
Stroud's a dog,
underestimated.
and D'Amico Ryan's a dog. We'll talk about him a little bit later, too. Bucks Panthers. They didn't score a touchdown, and they still won 9-0, so they are the NFC South champions. I think we both picked Bucks. Yes, we did. Browns, Bengals. We both actually picked Browns, even though I think they sat Joe Flacco because they had that spot saved in the wild card. We just said we weren't sure if them starting or not mattered on their seeding, but it didn't matter in their seeding, so the Bengals won. Lions, Vikings. We both picked Lions. Lions won 30-20. Jets, Patriots. We both actually picked the Patriots.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. And we literally said I wanted to pick Michael so bad, and I'm mad now, but it's okay. Falcons Saints. You want to talk about this game and what happened at the end?
I see nothing wrong with it.
All right, so 41-17.
Nothing wrong with
Well, I'm just saying it's not the head coach's fault. Arthur Smith got mad. Dennis Allen, which Arthur Smith now later got fired from the Falcons, but Jameis Winston, he scored, or was it
It was Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams?
It was
Because he ain't scored a touchdown all season long. First, I thought it was Jameis trying to get his score himself, but Jamal Williams.
He had 17 touchdowns.
If it wasn't for his touchdown, I would have lost in fantasy on the championship.
Look at that. Look at that. My privilege.
Whatever, man. I mean, it wasn't Dennis Allen's decision, so I don't know how Arthur Smith getting mad. I mean, he didn't know, but he thought he was. But Jameis was like, yeah, we all just talked about it. Like, let's give Jamal the ball.
The only thing that I would have changed on that, though, real quick, is I probably wouldn't have done it out of victory formation. I would have, maybe did like an audible out of it.
See, I thought they ran sneak. That's why I thought it was Jameis.
No, they ran it out of victory formation. Jameis went like he was going to do a knee and then hand it off to the left.
That's dirty.
Williams.
All right, Titans, Jaguars. Titans with the upset. Jaguars were eliminated from the playoffs because of this. That is, I mean, they've been cold, they've been hot, but majority of the season they've been cold. And it's kind of been on and off. It's not the way we'll talk about the Bills in a second. Seahawks, Cardinals. We thought about it. You picked Cardinals, I picked Seahawks, but it was close, like we said it would be.
Yeah. Definitely.
Chicago, Green Bay. Any thoughts?
We can skip that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
No,
both picked the Bears. Anyways, Chiefs, Chargers. We both picked the Chiefs, and they barely won. Now, did they bench people because they already had the third seed? Because they were not guaranteed this. Yeah, I don't think they were guaranteed the second seed. They already knew they were going to win the fourth. They weren't going to get the fourth. So, and if they won it, they didn't get the second seed, so I don't think it mattered. That's what it was. That's why we also picked them anyways. Because, I mean, the NFC thing, I'm still mad because the Lions would have the 2 seed and the Cowboys would be third, but that's besides the point. It works out conveniently because now the Lions play the Rams. But, I think it was all, I mean, we all know it was a ploy so that everything would line up exactly the way they wanted it to. Raiders, Broncos. We both picked the Raiders. Eagles, Giants. what did we say? We both picked the Eagles. We picked the Eagles 6 straight weeks, and we've been punished every time. But we did say, what did we think was going to happen?
Giants were gonna get them.
So, I mean, we both just didn't have the cojones to actually pick it.
Now, I did see though that I don't know how true the report is.
You talking about Sirianni?
No, but
Apparently he's about to go bye-bye.
Well, the Giants did confirm that Daniel Jones will be their number one quarterback. I guess supposedly there was speculation that he won't be back.
Oh, okay.
So they did clarify that.
I would, other than the interceptions, which Josh Allen had at the beginning of his career, I mean, Daniel Jones fixes that and he's fine. Rams, 49ers. 49ers sat everybody, so we both picked Rams. Rams won, barely. I don't even know the stats for it. Who's their backup? Sam Darnold, correct?
Yes.
I want to look at his stats really quick. Sam Darnold was 16 of 26, 189 yards, 1 touchdown. And Carson Wentz played for the Rams, by the way. If you want to know where Carson Wentz at. Let's see. We're almost finished. Cowboys, Commanders. Cowboys, we both picked them. Knew that was going to happen. And then Bills, Dolphins. I picked the Bills. You picked the Dolphins. And the Bills were, at the point of elimination, they were 6-6. And they won their last 5 games. And then the Dolphins, in their last 5, they were 2-3. So, and then this was for the AFC South, the 2nd seed. So you were either getting the 2nd seed or the 6th seed? Sixth seed. Because the Miami has to go to Kansas City now. That's right. So let's just roll into the wild card then. Tomorrow, because by the way, it's Friday for us, January 12th. Browns Texans. I am excited for this game.
I'm going Browns, dude.
I am too. I just joke.
I feel like for the AFC.
Do you know if the Browns might actually win the Super Bowl? Like, this might be their best shot in all their seasons.
I think for the AFC, dude, they're the only team I can see really putting up a fight against Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? C.J. Stroud and them, the D'Amico Ryans thing. We'll get to that in a second too about his name. I mean, it really wasn't much of a thought. It's just that a lot of Bama fans wanted it to happen. But we'll get to that. I know it just if he didn't make the playoffs, very likely scenario, very likely.
That's just like saying Kirby Smart was going to be in Atlanta.
I mean, he still might.
Nah.
All right, we both picked the Browns.
I just wish Bobo Fischer was there. Like, that would have been.
Oh my goodness. Dolphins Chiefs. What you got? Dolphins have just been so cold recently, and I know
they have.
And then the Chiefs game is apparently going to be like through the roof cold, and same for the Bills Steelers. I mean, Steelers are used to it, but the Bills don't. They don't have like a heater like Green Bay does. So like it's covered in snow. We'll talk about Dolphins Chiefs first, I guess, and that's also being streamed only on Peacock. Is that even free, or do you have to have a membership for that?
I believe you.
Like, is it like pair? Like you've got this phone bill, you get Peacock, or this? I don't know.
I think Peacock goes on Roku, which I know we all have Roku. So
yeah, I know, but do you have to still sign in? Because some of those you have to sign in still. I know Paramount Plus is doing the Steelers Bills game with CBS, but all right, Dolphins Chiefs. Who you got?
I believe in Tua, man. I think Tua is going to do it for Saban.
I want it to be them, but you know how the game's going to go. I'm going Chiefs.
He has multiple guys on there, dude. He has Tua. He has Waddle.
Yep.
He
got Tyreek. I mean, if Raheem Mostert is healthy, maybe, but I don't know if he's going to be healthy. I'm still going Chiefs just because I know how it's going to play out. Steelers Bills. As much as I want to go Steelers, I can't. The Bills are too hot.
I'm going to go Bills right now. Yeah.
The Bills are too hot right now. This game is a little weird for you, huh? This is like when Green Bay and Kansas City played each other.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas as well. What are you gonna? How are you gonna react if Green Bay wins?
I'm not gonna react. You would not see me on the podcast the rest of the year.
All right. Matthew Stafford returns to the first time ever in NFL playoff history that the Lions are hosting a playoff game at Ford Field. So Goff is getting his team coming to him, and Stafford is going to his team where they were traded to. And I think that's the reason why they cheated the Lions out of the Cowboys game, because it would have been Rams at Cowboys, and then it would have been Green Bay at Detroit.
That would have been a hell of a game.
Well, which the last time Green Bay and Detroit played, that was what, Thanksgiving, and the Lions played awful.
Yeah.
So maybe it worked out in the long run. I'm going Lions. I just know Kyron Williams is back for the Rams, and they play so much better because they actually run the ball.
I'm going good new guy.
You're going Rams?
Yeah.
I'm going Lions just because I want to see them, go far. Eagles Bucks.
I just think they're gonna have a better quarterback during that game.
Eagles Bucks.
Don't know.
I
Bucks, dude.
I'm going. I already wrote mine down. I'm going Bucks. The Eagles are too cold. Watch. This will be the first game we pick against them, and they win. Watch.
Well, they're gonna play like themselves. They're gonna play like the 7-1 at the beginning of the season.
They're just gonna pull this playoff mentality out of nowhere after they. It's crazy to me though. They were 10-1, and they went 1-5 in the last 6. That's crazy.
Crazy.
All right. Based on our predictions, do you want to roll? Yeah, we probably need to do our predictions if we do that, and then go into what actually happened.
Okay.
So let's see. If we both pick Browns, Chiefs Dolphins makes it different, because don't they do the seeding differently? Like basically the lowest seed that's still left goes to the number 1 seed.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, because it's not like out of this game they go to the Ravens. No. So mine is Browns, Chiefs, Bills. Yours is Browns, Dolphins, Bills. So you will have Dolphins at Baltimore. What you got? Dolphins at Baltimore is what you would have.
Baltimore.
All right, Baltimore.
I think it could be damn near a repeat of the postseason.
All right, Browns at Bills.
Browns at Bills. I'm going Browns.
All right, then the way you've got it set up, Bucks at San Fran.
San Fran.
All right. Rams at Cowboys.
Ooh.
We can do this separate because our picks are different
Yeah.
still.
I think I might go.
You going Puka Nakua?
I don't know if they can beat damn Cowboys, dude. Cowboys are so connected right now, where it's deadly.
Well, what you
I
think?
might go Cowboys.
You going Dallas?
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
this could be a potential year for them, dude.
All right.
I don't like that team.
Your AFC Championship game is Browns versus Baltimore.
Yes.
All right. And who's the winner?
Yes.
Do you want to go to NFC then?
Yeah.
All right. Cowboys at 49ers.
Yes.
No, you gotta make a decision for both these games. Do you want me to do mine and let you think?
No.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna do the Super Bowl logo? That's what you're looking at right now.
I'm not. I'm literally just thinking.
I know. Well, your blue over red is not possible, or red over blue. The Cowboys Chiefs won because you got rid of the Chiefs. What you thinking?
I don't think the Cowboys are going to beat 49ers.
All right, so
Even though
49ers.
it will be a rematch, but
Well, 49ers smacked them the last time. This time
it's 42-10.
it wouldn't be a smackdown. What you thinking?
All right, AFC. I think the Browns are going to take it. I think they're going to beat Baltimore.
So you think it's going to be a Cleveland, San Francisco Super Bowl?
Yes.
And who is your Super Bowl winner?
Flacco.
The
MVP.
the Browns. I love it. All right. All right, my turn. All right.
Nobody ever thought that at the beginning of the season.
With my seeds, it would be the well, I guess not top 4 because the Browns play the Texans. Browns at the Ravens. I'm getting it off as a divisional.
Okay.
I'm gotta go. Gosh, I don't know. I'm going back to that game. Chiefs, Bills. I'm going Bills. Um, with the Lions winning in mind, it's still Bucks versus the Niners, so I'm still going 49ers. But then now it is Detroit at Dallas. Was it at Dallas? Yeah, it was at Dallas the first time, so it's a rematch.
Yes.
Detroit wins. They're not getting screwed out a second time. God, I gotta pick Browns versus Ravens. I'm going Ravens. And I'm gonna have the Bills beat the Ravens.
The Bills beating the Ravens.
And I'm gonna have the Lions beating the 49ers.
So you're thinking of Bills and
Lions
Detroit
Super Bowl. And I'm gonna have the Lions winning the Super Bowl.
Oh. I don't want nobody from our division to win, but I do got respect for them.
I mean, both of us picked a team that has not won a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era.
Yes, that is true.
Because Cleveland won stuff back in the day before there was
And
Super Bowl.
They were considered as championships.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, you want to talk about
the news?
the news?
Well, what I'll do is I'll start off with my first two, and I'll let you finish.
Of course you are.
My first three.
Oh, of course.
So, we'll go start off with some obvious ones, right? So, with Pete Carroll, not being the head coach for Seattle no more, but still being in the organization as an advisor.
Yep, basically a leadership role for the new head coach.
Yeah. So, I think that's a good fit.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, exactly. He's still taking partnership in that. And then with the new Bill Belichick, situation.
72-year-old Pete Carroll and 71-year-old Bill Belichick. And he didn't label himself as retired, correct? It's just that he is no longer the Patriots coach.
He is still looking for a job. And supposedly there was a report today that he did go for an interview. I don't know where.
I'll tell you where. You ready? You ready? Carolina Panthers.
Nah. Why do it?
What if he goes to the Chargers?
Nah. I was thinking Washington, since they got rid of our boy Ron Rivera.
They did get rid of Rivera. That actually kind of shocked me a little bit.
That was the third.
Oh, that actually might be the best destination for him.
It's one that a lot of people overlooked, which I have mad respect for Rivera. Now he can go back to Carolina.
He's not going to. He's going to LA. That's who's going to LA.
I would love for him to be in the Bears because he was, a Bear, of course. But Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo, who played linebacker for years at the Patriots.
Yes, he is now head coach.
Correct.
So, with further ado, I will let Cole finish off with the other two big major hits. One probably surpassing the other. But do you want me to talk about the other one? So
yeah, you can talk about. Well, let's talk about the national championship first. We got to talk about that.
I don't want to do that.
All right. Well, Michigan. JJ McCarthy is the worst quarterback to ever win a national championship. No, you can't prove me wrong. Michigan's fantastic. We know the national championship was really Michigan and Alabama, and they both played bad in that game. Or special teams was sloppy for Michigan. Bama was sloppy overall. And then Washington, proved everyone wrong beating Texas, and so but Washington was not a TCU of last year because it was just Penix's arm was a little bit overthrowing stuff, and then when he did hit the receivers, they just dropped it. And then some of the play calling was a little off.
Line let him down like a lot.
Well, to be fair, their D-line is really good. Bama's offensive line is nothing to, say has been good like in the past times, but
yeah. Well, dude,
be realistic. If Bama's center just does his job, they probably win the game. Like, I don't mean just from one play. I'm talking about the whole game.
That is true, though.
Because he did that all season long. Very first touchdown we ever scored. What'd you say?
I said, we'll see what he does in Ohio State.
I know, right?
Let's see if he can complete his snaps.
I know there's a lot of transfers. There was early transfers, and then now there's this late window transfers. And the reason why is...
But here, hold on. So, another news before our guy prepares is the firing of Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel from the Titans, that's correct.
He was very, very shocking to me.
4 successful seasons and then 2 losing seasons in a row.
But still, I mean, dude, that coach is...
Atlanta.
That's where he's going.
Maybe.
That's...
So now, Cole, do you want to announce? The Crimson Tide.
So, I got a notification at work as I'm walking out on ESPN.
And 2 minutes later by your one truly Joe.
Well, I had 4 phone calls in the matter of 15 seconds after it popped up. Nick Saban announced that he is retiring, and he is now officially retired for 2 days straight. And the coach has been announced now, because the AD talked about everything you hear, ignore it. The next thing you hear from me is all you need to know. Greg Byrne has done a great job. Happy that Mal Moore put all that effort into getting Nick Saban from Miami Dolphins, because he tried. Nick said no. He tried. Nick said no. He tried. And then Nick Saban caved and came. And then it's the greatest dynasty and era of college football ever. Bear Bryant is in second, which also was at Alabama. It's tough. I'm sad because I didn't get to go to a Nick Saban game. Game. I've been to plenty of the spring games. They're free. It's just a lot of money. Even if we watch why watch a cupcake game? I want to watch the good games where we potentially could lose. That's just so much money. I've been within 10 to 15 feet of him 5 to 6 occasions and never had the opportunity to shake his hand. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. I mean, as the coach, maybe I'll get an opportunity later. He wants to be a broadcaster, or he is now, and I think Bama fans are more comfortable about this, is not before the hiring of the new head coach, which we'll talk about in a second, is they're giving Saban an office in the stadium. So he will have his own office, almost like he is a general manager because of the way NIL is going. And also, by the way, people wanted to, I'm just there's a certain individual across the screen from me that always said that Nick Saban paid for his players. Well, now he can pay for players.
Well, he's so dead regardless.
Whatever, man. And he purposely said he's going to be there to answer any questions the new head coach of Alabama has. And they, all these rumors of, Dan Lanning or Oregon. And I wanted Dan Lanning, Steve Sarkisian, and I was okay with Sark. I'm okay with Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss. I wanted D'Amico Ryans, but that's not going to happen. It says we got 10 minutes left, which is perfect timing. And then the coach that, remember me telling you all 5 of them when we were talking, and he was in my top 5, was he not?
Yeah, I think he was 3rd. He was right behind Oregon.
Yep, and so not Dabo, right? Because people were like, please no Dabo. DeBoer, the former head coach of the Washington Huskies, who were at the national championship with probably a 4th or 5th of the, no offense to those players, a 4th or a 5th of the talent that Michigan had overall. And the fact that he was able to do, he had, quote, less talent than what Oregon had and beat them twice. He statistically is a winning coach. The issue that people are spreading around is he's never recruited in the Southeast. I actually think this is where Nick Saban's going to help. And now he's going to have pull in the West Coast. Now, of course, we were getting quarterbacks from there and other players too, but now it's more like the state of Washington and Oregon and California, Utah, those places, we can now get kids from over there and the Southeast. So it's almost a stretching. And then the dynasty thing is there's still Nick Saban sprinkled in the program, not because he's still there, but because all those kids that are there, he recruited, and these upcoming freshmen recruited. So until it's 4 years into his tenure as the head coach, then it will be truly all him. Does that make sense? It's still his program now, but it's going to have the remnants of, and then also I hope he's bringing his offense coordinator. I had no problem with Tommy Rees. He did some things right, some things I never understood, but hope he brings his offense coordinator with the uniqueness that they used and the diversity of play calling. And then I definitely want them to bring their receivers coach because they developed 3 really good wide receivers. And Bama already has talented guys. They just have not been developed as much of recent. They're not obviously like Devontae Smiths and Jerry Jeudy's of the world, but they can be. So if he does that, the biggest thing is Kevin Steele also retired, so the defense coordinator is not there. So I'm curious. I hope we steal Schumann from Georgia, their DC, because he was also at Bama, just like Dan Lanning. He was also at Bama. They were GAs for Kirby and Nick. So that's another thing. But I mean, there's plenty of other DCs I would have no problem with. You got any thoughts? Obviously, you don't care as much as I do. I have no problem with it. A lot of people look. Another thing too is the bandwagons. If they weren't gone after us not winning 3 straight years,
they're be gone now for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And there's people that don't like the hire. I have no problem with it. Like I said, I did not want Dabo after what he's done of recent with the whole, not adapting to the NIL. If they're going to do it, I think that's why Nick Saban's playing chess, not checkers. He retired in his own choice, not from bad health. He said he's healthy. His wife is healthy. And now he's putting himself into this role where, if he does broadcasting or whatever he's doing, but now he's in almost a general manager because it's not labeled that because it's not a, National Football League organization where he's got this like higher upping, kind of like what Pete Carroll's doing. But Pete Carroll is labeled as that because they have that actual position in the NFL. Otherwise, why give him an office in the stadium? Does that make sense? You're not listening. Joe! What are you watching over there? You're not paying attention. You're pulling up trivia.
I was reading to see if they were.
Oh, speaking of trivia.
With the last 5 minutes.
Gotcha. Let's see if you can do it. All right. I want you to tell me. A poll was made from this year, and you will be very shocked by this. Mm-hmm. The top 9 most hated fan bases.
We're going to go with Georgia?
Huh? I'm talking about NFL.
Oh.
You want me to do college?
No, we'll do Philly.
This was in November of 2023 when the NFL players decide most annoying fan bases. So this is anonymous by the players.
All right, let's go with Philly.
Hold on, let me scroll it back down. Where did it go? Oh, I fumbled. All right. Philly is labeled as the most annoying fan base. Actually, I just want you to tell me the top 2. Let's make it quick and easy. Philly and who? Yeah, top 2.
Green Bay.
It's not you. No. I don't even think Green Bay's in the top 10. Philly had 25.3% of the vote, by the way. So that was over a quarter of the players picked them.
Let's go.
Because their fans are bad. I will say that.
Is this an AFC team?
It is not.
Cowboys.
It is the Cowboys.
I was going to try to see if I was going to
24.7. So combined, they were 50%. Combined, they were 50% together.
I was going to say, if you were going to say AFC, I was going to say Chiefs. The Arrowhead motherfuckers. All right. I'll let you figure out third and fourth. AFC or NFC?
Both of these are AFC. Now you think it was the Panthers after their owner, but it's not. It's not the Chiefs. Chiefs is actually not in the top 4. You got 3 minutes.
No.
You nervous?
No.
And I think another thing, our playoff picks were the way they were because we kind of don't want the Super Bowl logo theory to actually be true. It's been 3 years in a row.
It'll be Buffalo.
It is.
Buffalo.
The Buffalo Bills. Who's fourth? You will actually be shocked on this one. It makes sense though. This team has not been good for a while.
Texans.
Nope.
Cleveland.
Not Cleveland.
Cardinals.
Nope. Somebody we know dearly.
Somebody we know dearly.
Yeah.
That's an AFC team.
Yeah.
The Jets.
The Jets. The Jets are fourth place for the most hated fan base.
Wow.
I know. That
I
shocked
wouldn't
me.
expect that.
I guess because of the Giants and then everybody in their area. Because Miami's not going to pick any other fan base except that. So, we calling it there?
Yeah. We
Well,
have 2 minutes left.
I know. Let me
Those are pretty good. We covered
pop
all
that back
bases,
up.
I believe.
It looks like it panned out really well on here too.
It did.
So quick and easy for the NFL games recap, the playoffs, our predictions, and then talk about all the drama in college football in the NFL.
Yep.
This was the 11th episode of Let's Talk Sports. I'm Cole,
Yep.
and we are signing out.